Hey guys, I want to give you some tips here today on not how to memorize names, because I have a system and I've taught it in some videos. If you've never seen my video on how to memorize names, click the link below in the description. But let's say you can't remember, you see somebody and you should know their name, but you can't think of their name. And you made a bigger mistake. You didn't use my system to remember their names. You used no system. So the best case scenario is you meet somebody and you use my method to remember names. And again, if you haven't seen that video, the link is down in the description. But let's say you didn't use my system to remember names and you're out somewhere and you see this person again and you can't think of their name. Here's a little trick that I do. And this is not the best way to remember names, but it's a last ditch effort to bring the name up. And it's simply using the alphabet. So what I'll do is if I've seen somebody and I did not memorize their name the proper way to begin with, and I don't know their name, I can't remember it, then I'll just go through the alphabet. Does their name start with A? Does their name start with B? Does their name start with C? D, E, F, G, H, and I will go all the way through the alphabet. And oftentimes, if you get to the letter that their name starts with, Mike, you get to the M's and you're like M, Mike, that's it. So that's kind of a little trick there. Just if you're seeing somebody you can't think of their name, go through the alphabet and it may just pop up. It may be enough of a brain trigger. Now that's not the primary way you want to remember names. You want to go through the process and all the steps, but if for whatever reason you didn't do that and you see them again, this is a last ditch effort. One more thing on this. The worst enemy to your memory is stress. That's why if you've had a traumatic incident in your life, your memory is really bad around that time. When your brain is stressed, it releases something called cortisol, and cortisol inhibits your brain's ability to remember. So in remembering names, this is what happens. If I'm at a conference and I just memorized 200 people's names in the audience and I'm going back around and I'm repeating all 200 names, if I get to somebody that I can't remember their name, I don't sit there and I'm not like, oh my gosh, okay, what's your name? What's your name? What's your name? What's your name? I skip them. I say, I'll be back to you, and I keep going. And then I'll repeat all the names in the audience. Then I'll come back to them. Why do I do that? I want to keep my brain relaxed. So I'll go, your name is Bob, Tim, Lisa, Stephen, Karen. I don't know your name. I'll be back to you. But Matthew, Wendy, Tim, Steve, and I will keep going. And then I'll come back to that person. Why? If I sit there and focused on that person, my brain would get stressed out. I want to keep my brain relaxed. So if you're having trouble remembering something, if you're having trouble remembering a name, or you're a student and you're taking a test and you can't think of the answer, skip that question on the test. Keep your brain relaxed. Go to the next one. If you are a person and you can't remember a person's, if you are a person, you're probably a person. Most likely you are a person. If there are any dogs or cats or animals watching this video, thank you for the view. But back to the video. If you can't remember a person's name, sometimes the best thing to do is just take your mind off of it, start talking about something else in the conversation, relax your mind. Worst case, have you ever met somebody and then you couldn't remember their name and then you're driving home 2 hours later and what happens? Your brain goes, psst, hey, you want the name now? You're thinking, no, I don't want the name now. I wanted it 2 hours ago when I was with that person. The reason you couldn't think of the name 2 hours ago is your brain was stressed. The reason you think about it 2 hours later when you're driving home is because your brain is relaxed. So, my 2 tips for remembering names that of people you've met before. Number 1, go through the alphabet. Number 2, just try to keep your brain relaxed. And sometimes that's just moving on to the next thought and keeping your brain relaxed. Have you ever been taking a shower and you get all these genius ideas when you're in the shower? Why? Because you're relaxed and your brain is operating much easier when it's relaxed. If you like this video, if you got value from this video, please give me a like, please give me a thumbs up. It tells YouTube that this is a good video, and YouTube will show it to more people. Also, please subscribe and share. I don't do any paid advertising for my YouTube channel, so I really rely on you people to share this on social media, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, whatever. Please like, please share, please comment. Even the comments tell YouTube that this is a good video. The more comments we get, the better. So thank you very much, everybody. Go use the alphabet and stay relaxed, and your memory will be better.